Hey everyone, this is Alicia with Alicia's Home and Garden. Today we're going to be talking about what happens when you overwater your seedlings. Here I have two tomato plants. This one is a month younger than this one. This one I overwatered in the beginning. I didn't realize that I was doing it, but I learned my lesson. We planted round 2 and the new ones are doing so much better. So something that I had to read up on because I am only relearning the art of starting seeds indoors. I did a lot as a teenager on the farm. It's only been in the last 2 years of my gardening journey that I've tried starting them indoors again on a serious scale. And I'm learning to take cues from your soil when they're thirsty, when they need water, because it's not really loving to overwater them because they end up as scrawny, shrimpy little small fries. This tomato plant is, I planted this on March 21st. This is 2 months old. 2 months old. This one is only 1 month old. So the only difference, they both have the same, were started in the same seed starting mix and started from the same seeds. The only difference is the frequency in which they were watered. Once I realized that this batch, which I started 20 tomatoes in this first batch, once I realized that I had pretty much stunted their growth with the overwatering, that's when I started round 2 and I started an additional 20. So when do you know that it's time to water? Feel the soil. What does it feel like? This soil, almost, but I can still feel a little moisture in there. It's not time to water this one yet. This one, dry. It's time to water this one. This one here, take the visual cues, take the weight cues. This one, you can see and feel the damp in there. Definitely don't water that one yet. The frequency of watering will depend on a few factors. You have a fan on them, hardening them off, then you will need to water more frequently. Are you taking them outside every day to harden them off? They will definitely need watered more frequently. When they're just in the early stages where they are just indoors and you're not taking them outside and maybe you don't have the fan on them yet to harden them off, every 2 to 4 days for watering is sufficient for my plants that I have found. I just have my plants starting inside in my sewing office, and it's not overly warm in here. So every 2 to 4 days is all that I need. And I bottom water. So I have everything in a tray, and then I pour about 1 inch of water, 3/4 of an inch of water at the bottom of the tray, and let the plants wick up what they need. That way I'm not disturbing the delicate root systems or some of the scrawnier plants. Don't do what I did. Don't make the mistake of overwatering. It doesn't work. And then things end up suffocating. The things that I noticed have the hardest time with overwatering are tomatoes. I started a lot of things inside and I was watering them all at the same frequency, and the tomatoes being overwatered showed the biggest problem. The other things kind of bounced back. Peppers also had a really hard time being overwatered. So I'm excited to learn more and more on this process. And if you've learned about overwatering, drop me a comment below. Thanks.